This is Scott the Fix-It Guide. Today we have a BOSCH access washer, and it has a bad boot seal with a rip in it, so it's leaking water. So I'm taking a standard head screwdriver and I'm just going to pry off this outside spring-loaded ring clamp that's holding on the front of the door boot. So I'm just going to pry it back with the standard head screwdriver and get it off. There's two ways you can put on this new boot. You can do it from the front here as I'm doing today, or you can take off the top panel and then the front panel, which is actually an easier approach. Sometimes you have a dryer stacked on top and it makes this maybe a smarter way to do it. So I'm going to push the boot in and just pull back as hard as I can to get this to come off of the back, putting a standard head screwdriver in underneath the spring so I can pull this spring that holds it on out of the way. There's the spring, and now I should be able to grab the old boot and just pull it out. Sometimes you get these little rips in them or tears, and then water leaks out during the fill and spin and agitate cycle. So I'm pulling out the old boot, and with the new boot you could put a little liquid detergent on the rim of it. It'll make it go on to the plastic tub inside a little bit easier. On this one I didn't put any detergent on it, so it did go on, but makes it a little bit harder to go on. The goal here is to get the rubber rim of the door boot to go onto the plastic tub, and just take your time. You just want to make sure that the drain holes of the door boot are at the 6 o'clock position. They're down at the bottom, and then just take your fingers and push the rim of the door boot over the plastic tub. Kind of hold it in with your thumbs and then work it a few more inches down, and then just take your time and work it around the perimeter. It may take a couple of trial and errors. Just be patient. When you take off the top panel and front panel, you can just get to all these parts a little bit easier. Do realize though that the tub is held on by shock absorbers and springs, so it's very pliable. If you want to push that tub in or up, it has quite a bit of margin of movement to give you more room to do this procedure. Just got to push in and go against the spring tension that's holding it in place. So I'm just taking it about an inch by inch, pushing it with my thumbs to get it over the plastic tub. And then once we get this into position, we're going to put the spring back on. There's a little rim in the rubber in the back that the spring fits into, and that's a bit of a challenge too because that spring's pretty tight. And what I do is I cheat a little bit. I take a roll of Gorilla tape, which is like super strong duct tape, to help hold the spring in as I take my hands and stretch it. If you have a friend to help you, if you have 4 pairs of hands, it's pretty easy. But if you're just by yourself, having a roll of the Gorilla duct tape really helps. Some people use spring-loaded clamps also to hold on to the spring. But right now I'm still pushing the rubber lip of the door boot onto the plastic tub. I got to make sure that's really secure first. The liquid detergent just makes it go on a little bit easier. You can get these door boots from Amazon.com or Reliable Parts. You just need the model number for your washing machine, and then look under the term door boot or door gasket. So just working my hands around, started over on the left and I'm coming around here on the right. I'm just going to finish up at the 1 o'clock, then 12 o'clock position. And then I'll push the door boot in. That gives me a little bit more room to put on the spring. So making sure it's on the tub nice and tight. By pushing the front of the door boot in, it just makes it easier for you to see where the spring's going. It should just stay in there by itself. You could use a little bit of that Gorilla Tape to hold it in. Okay, so it looks like it's in there really good. So there is a little groove where that spring's going to go. And you could start that into the groove at the 12 o'clock position or the 6 o'clock position, wherever you'd like. And then you just stretch it with both hands. Sometimes that spring will want to jump off though in the area where you had it. So putting this Gorilla Tape around the spring can hold it into the groove while you work the spring with your hands. Gorilla Tape's just, again, like duct tape, but maybe a bit stickier, so more likely to actually be able to hold it in. You can get it at the hardware store. So I got a lot of the groove into position, but now I have to stretch it down toward the 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock position and then try to get it all the way over. So don't feel bad if this thing slips off. Just keep at it. Push it in with your fingers. I'm holding it in with my index finger, and then I stretch it with my other hand. And right there, it looks like it came loose. The spring you can easily reconnect. There's two ends to it that you just put them back into position. Got them reconnected, and I got it all the way into position, and I just removed the Gorilla Tape. Just feeling around to make sure that spring has stayed in the groove. So now I'll pull the gasket out, and I'm going to put it over the rim on the front panel. Make sure I remove any tape. Just take your time. Use your thumbs to and your index finger to get it over that rim. Make sure it's on securely all the way around. And then we put a spring clamp over that too. I typically want to soak the spring clamp with liquid detergent so it's somewhat slippery, and it makes it a lot easier to go on. Just taking it inch by inch. There we go, almost done. There we go. So now we can soak the metal spring clamp in a little liquid detergent just to make it slippery. You can use hand soap, anything with that kind of glycerin in it so it's slippery. So I'll put it at the 12 o'clock position, put my hands out at about 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock. I'll push in and I'll pull out a little bit with my thumbs. Get that into position. And then we'll give it a test, make sure it doesn't have any leak. So push down and out to get that bottom part over there. Got it. Lock the door. And we'll set it for a normal cycle. Fills with water, and we did not have a leak, so it worked great. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks so much.